Last time on Trials of Mana.
All is mine.
I feel like if I was in there, he'd try to like reach in for a soul, like, way to go.
I could have sworn she had one. That'd be funny.
Episode 34, Mirages from the Past.
Alright, so we got our butts handed to us with this battle. Let's try that again.
This is a difficult boss.
It really is. Like, it doesn't matter the difficulty that you play the game on, it is a challenge.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just, like, hit and dodge. There's a lot of factors that you have to keep an eye on.
Well, it was like the first time that I faced this one, not at this point in the game, but earlier. You were like, listen, if you just blow through the door, we're up in the difficulty. And then I just, like, failed miserably.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, you're allowed to play on beginner for the rest of the game. So let's get all these stats in. Maybe a few new skills will be the difference between defeat and victory. One can only hope. Well, that's the difference because, like, in Ys, you're ahead of me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, the spectrum of just, like, listen, if you blow through this boss, I want you to up the difficulty. So, like, I kind of watch you blow through bosses, but I also know that, like, there's enough challenge for you that you're still having fun.
But I was going to say it also...
But you also don't have that attitude. I was like, well, that was easy.
No.
Because if you do that, I'd be like,
yeah, then
bitch,
yeah,
you
make it a
watch
little
me
harder.
raise the difficulty?
But I'm also extremely overleveled in Ys.
Okay.
So, but I mean, I really
That's the benefit to getting lost all the time.
Yeah. I really struggled with like the T-Rex boss. It's not really a boss, but he's like in an area and you have to like get up to get one of the chests.
Oh,
And
one of those rare
and he's like guarding
wandering
it.
T-Rex, yeah.
So like I really struggled with him.
Well, because, like, you encounter him because that's where I'm at shortly after is, like, it's just like, hey, run.
Yeah.
Like, he's around, but you can't take him.
Oh, no,
Run.
no. This is later. You're in a cave.
Oh, it's a whole different dude.
Yeah, it's a whole different,
Holy shit.
different T-Rex.
Because there's a moment pretty early in the game
Yeah, where
they're
you're in like this foggy area.
Uh-huh. And you're just like, hey,
Your character spins around and there's a T-Rex running at you. Oh, God!
It's like Sam Neill in Jurassic Park. Run.
Yeah.
Or Gandalf, its power is beyond any of you. Oh, Luna's doing pole dancing.
I know what she's doing. She's like...
She does Fossy, 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 Massagram, 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 or Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, Michael Kidd, or Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. Keep it all inside.
We watched The Birdcage.
And?
It was really good.
Woo!
Yeah, I definitely...
Oh, I pierced the toast!
I definitely enjoyed it.
I'm glad. It was a movie that, like, a friend of mine in college recommended, and I was just like, Robin Williams and Nathan Lane, sign me up.
Yeah.
That was, like, in the same month that I saw The Producers.
Yeah.
Not the original Producers. I saw that earlier. But the one with Nathan Lane and Matthew Broderick.
That one. The newer one.
The newer one, with the exception of, like, one particular scene, I feel is, like, just better. It's more of a musical. The Will Ferrell scene. He's like the Nazi pigeon boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, meh.
I feel like that was just the name drop to be like, Will Ferrell's in the movie.
Like, it wasn't bad. It's just like, the original didn't need that.
Yeah.
I feel more like the Chrysler Building. Well, without your wig on, you're only half dressed. Well, why don't you go and fetch it, oh wicked witch of the West? If your intention was to shoot an arrow through my heart, bullseye! And then he, like, turns and he's like, it is genius. But the reason I bring that up is because, like, in the course of a month, Mr. Bialystok is, like, this very, like, womanizing, gotta get the money, I'll sleep with anyone just to get the money. And Nathan Lane in the Birdcage. Shoot, what's his name? It's not Armand. Armand is Robin Williams' character.
Andrew? Alan?
Maybe?
It's an A name.
Alice? Alan? Something like that? Well, anyways, like, he's just, oh my god, so over the top. And just, oh, well, I can't do any of this, you monster! Oh!
I'm looking it up because it'll drive me nuts. Albert.
Albert, okay. Armand and Albert. Oh my god. And you got Gene Hackman, who I love. I love Gene Hackman. I love him in Quick and the Dead. I love him in Superman. But he's a very like old-time actor, but he also plays like very sophisticated or villainous roles. And The Quick and the Dead is a very good western starring Sharon Stone, Russell Crowe, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
Little baby Leonardo DiCaprio. He's like a kid. Anywho, Gene Hackman is the Republican senator in The Birdcage. It's the most intelligent show on television.
Oh man.
Like it's self-aware, but like it's so well written and like it's more than just stereotypes. It's the Sylvando thing.
Yeah.
Where like from first glance you're like, oh, this could be viewed as a negative stereotype. But if you give it time and the story really like and the message comes forth.
You need to give the characters time to develop.
Yes.
And to get to know them.
The characters develop and the message comes out. Then it's just like, oh, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
It's also why I really like Comey Can't Communicate.
Yeah.
Because at first I'm just like, uh-oh, anime's tackling this issue. And then as it goes along, it's just like, okay, it has a message here. It's not just doing this to be like, this is popular.
Yeah.
This is popular with the kiddies. We'll just make a story about this.
Yeah.
It's just like, one text.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it when shows and stuff can take something that is a really difficult issue to talk about, where it's almost like you're walking on eggshells the whole time, and not take it so overly serious that it's still a good story and good characters, and you end up really enjoying all of it.
Well, like, there's levity, but it never teaches it, comes off as, like, a
Preachy.
joke.
Yeah.
Not just preachy, but also on the other end of the spectrum, like, punching down.
Yeah.
Which is very important.
Yeah.
Like, there's humor, you can laugh at it, but it's very much a laugh with us, not at us. And there we go. I was so off topic, I obliterated that damn wall. If I ever see it again, I'll flip. Apparently, he's easier in the original.
Really?
In the Super Nintendo original, yeah.
Huh.
Because, like, you just have that top-down view and you can see all the traps.
Oh.
So, like,
yeah.
It's not like the camera all being focused in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's more of a focus of, like, the entire area you can see it the whole time.
Right.
So it's a lot easier to strategize.
Okay.
And there's not much of a focus on dodging because, like, the traps...
You can't
Yeah, you
dodge.
can't really dodge, so they don't do as much damage, and you can just be like, oh, whoops, hang on. Cast a spell, and everything stops when you cast a spell.
Yeah.
Unlike here, where it's all in real time. You're casting a spell while he's flinging his spells. So it's just like, who dies first? That's basically what that becomes. But, that is a game, again, a while, because I want to let this sit for a while.
Yeah,
We've been
let
doing
it-
a
let
lot
it
of Trials
simmer.
of Mana. Let it simmer. Maybe do some other Mana games. There's Legend of Mana, Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy Adventure, which was originally called Adventure of Mana. We could always play those. But sometime, maybe more for a stream, I'd love to play the original in co-op.
Okay.
Because that is like the one thing that
Terrifying.
people are like very upset about with this one.
Yeah.
Is that they got rid of the co-op. And they're like, I had fun memories doing co-op growing up.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just because I have very limited friends, and the friends that I do have aren't like video game people that I'm like,
Right.
huh.
Yeah.
Like, oh well.
Yeah, you're very much like that. And I'm just like, I want to race you. And you're just like, okay. And then you're like, oh, hey, this is fun. I'm like, yeah. It's like we finally raced each other in Mario Kart.
I only won once, and it's because I bombed you right at the finish line.
Yes. Yep. I let him win.
No, he didn't. He freaked out the whole time. Who did that? Who threw that? That would be me.
Hang on. Let me watch the replay. It was you.
It was me the whole time.
Just slow down, and it's just like top 10 anime betrayals. You did this to me. But no, the booster at the time of this recording, the booster packs landed, and I definitely want to do a stream of those.
Okay.
And like we'll just be like, hey puppers, because I'm still trying to get the setup right to where I'm thinking chat room on your laptop, because you just have to go to the YouTube page.
Yeah.
And it just opens up and there's the chat room. And recording and all the stuff on my computer. That way we can keep an eye on the chat while we're doing, but I'm not stopping or interrupting the recording.
Right.
So the computer's like, oh, what's that? You moved me? There goes the recording. There goes the audio.
Yeah.
There goes the bunny. There goes the pup. There goes breakfast. That's from Homeward Bound.
Oh.
I just get these weird, random quotes that pop up.
They're from like
during my
obscure movies
conversations.
too that I'm like,
It's
I've
not
seen
that
it.
obscure. That was a
It's
huge
not.
part of my childhood.
It was mine too, but I don't remember any of the quotes or anything.
Oh, I remember a lot. Cats rule and dogs rule. Cats rule and dogs drool. Cats rule and dogs drool.
Because that's the truth.
Never better. Never better. And, oh, what the heck is that? Ah, it's Birdzilla! Because Chance either encounters a turkey or a rooster.
Okay.
And that thing, like, fucks his shit up. He's just like, oh my god, it's Birdzilla!
Yeah, I remember really, really loving Homeward Bound, but I just don't remember much about the movie itself.
Michael J. Fox did the voice of Chance.
Oh.
Yeah. Old Marty McFly. I think Robert Redford was Shadow, and Sally Field was Sassy.
Okay. So I remember Sassy the cat.
Yep. Cats rule and dogs drool. I also remember that, like, I forget where they're at, but for some reason there's a cougar. There's like a mountain lion.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, that's the climax. And, like, it's funny because, like, it's the dogs running away from a cat.
Yeah.
Because, like, the whole first half is just like, oh, we gotta protect the cat. And the finale is the cat trying to protect the dogs.
Yeah.
Because a bigger cat is on their ass.
Doesn't the cougar, like, jump into the river?
They launch it into the river. They
Okay.
trick it into, like, a catapult, and it launches into the river.
Okay.
And Chance is like, yeah, dogs rule and cats drool. It's 90s. Leave me alone. You just looked at me like, that's my man, everybody.
Oh, let me do what you do. He's all mine.
He's all... I forgot what you did that made me say that.
You do it a bit whenever I do or say something stupid. She's all mine, fellas.
Trophy wife. Everybody loves Raymond. Frank's like, what trophy in hell did I win?
Don't do it, buddy. Oh, the foot's up.
Wesker's like, I'm singing your praises. You're the trophy girl.
So he licks his peep.
Yes. You should know this by now. We're 2 years in.
Man, why does Luna get, like, happy fun pet time and I get...
If you can embrace it, you can get that happy fun pet time.
I can't do
Then
it.
you just miss out. You miss out on all that pop.
I get happy fun pet time as well.
Good.
But, like, we're having happy fun pet time right now.
That's good. Apparently you two bonded a lot yesterday.
He was, like, really, really clingy yesterday. So I was just, like, petting him, and then he wanted to play, so we played for a little bit.
Oh, man. You gotta defeat all the enemies to leave.
And then he fell asleep on my feet, and I didn't want to wake him up, so I didn't move.
Aw. It's always pleasant slash annoying until you gotta pee, then it's just like something you gotta lose. I was pinned between you and the cat last night. I was just like, alright. Taste my own medicine.
Both of us sleep like a couple of bricks.
Uh-huh. Like, you weren't moving, and that cat sure as hell wasn't moving.
No, Luna does not move. When she's, like, out, she gains 50 pounds. I don't know what it is. Like,
I nudged her hard, and she didn't
she
even
has a string
flicker.
to the center of the earth that is pulled taut. She will not move.
Because, like, I wanted to move her. I didn't want to move you at all because you looked comfy. And I could tell that, like, you were up a couple times trying to get to sleep. So, like, the fact that you were out, I was just like, I ain't gonna bother her. But the cat, I was just like, Kitty, I gotta pee.
I know.
And it was basically like someone took a brick at the end of the covers and just like...
Yeah.
She stapled them.
She literally is just like, she will not move.
Get me out.
Because it was like that whenever So, I think it was closer to, like, maybe 1 o'clock
So I had
this
to
morning.
slip out like a pair of uncomfortable pants.
Yeah. I often have to get out of bed that way. But I think it was closer to, like, 1 o'clock this morning or something like that. I, like, got up to make a cup of hot tea to try and help with my,
Wait a minute,
stomach.
These guys know roulette spin? Give me a break. Is this the story of where Milo was army crawling in
So I was sitting at our, like, little kitchen table.
Back in 72.
And I was facing, like, where Wesker's food and water bowls are. And I watched Milo army crawl from the dining room into the kitchen and then drink out of the water bowl while he was just laying down. I was like, buddy, what you doing?
Hey, what you got there, fam?
And so I just drank my tea while he was slurping at the water, and it was really funny. But when I came back upstairs and I went to get into bed, I thought that I had that black pillow on top of my pillow, and I, like, grabbed at it to move it, and it was Luna, and I was like, girl, you gotta go.
She's like, you mistook me for a pillow.
I
What
always
do you think I am?
Fat.
I mean, I do it a lot. Like,
I do it in the daytime.
Yes. Like, she'll be laying there, and, like, I'll be like, oh, baby. So sometimes I'll think she's still laying there, and I'll come up and I'll be like, tickle, tickle. Oh, this looks stupid.
It's a pillow.
I turn around, Luna's looking at me judgmental, like, you are a sad, strange little man.
No, you know what
pity.
she's like, got him.
Got him. Ah, we're back at the Temple of Light. We've come full circle. This is where our journey began.
Da, 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 da.
You're close. You got a couple notes right.
I think I went into the Super Bowl theme. Like,
Sunday, 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 here on Trials of Mana.
oh, Lesky. I'm so glad to see you. His eyes are solid white.
Yep. They're trying to be spooky, but they didn't give him a demonic filter. So it's literally just like, you're all going to perish! Oh, 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 oh! I'm like, okay, evil Santa. Whereas, like, it's a filter where, like, you lower one track and you raise another. And it has to do with, like, the equalization. But the bottom line, you get, like, a, welcome to my domain.
I think when we were playing with it,
because, like, I use it in revisions.
well, I think that we also did it for I'm Not Your Friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when we used it. Yep. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm not your friend.
I'm not your friend. Mm-hmm. But, like, you could do that, or you could do, like, the 20 presets that come with the program. Like, there's, like, Vampire, Dark Lord, Goblin, Troll, Alien. Excuse me. So, you could do the presets. But also, you can actually open up the presets to see what they did.
Okay.
And go off that and be like, okay, I like that, but maybe a little deeper.
Okay.
Because that's what they did to Benedict Cumberbatch for Smaug. Like, his voice is deep, but for that booming bass and that, like, my armor is like tenfold shields. They added those kind of effects as well.
I've never seen Decimation of Smaug.
Desolation.
Desolation.
The desolation of Smaug.
I like the decimation. Blow them up!
The Hobbit movies are fine. Like,
I've never seen them.
They're not the same caliber as the Lord of the Rings movies, but I also feel they're, like, vastly overhated.
I just don't know why they needed 3.
2 reasons. 1, money!
Yeah.
2, there's this argument
More money!
Like, Tolkien had a lot of appendices because he started with The Hobbit.
Oh, I know. I've
eventually
read the
worked on
Silmarillion.
to the Silmarillion and like
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings, but there's this strong rumor, and like maybe there's evidence for it, maybe there's not, that Tolkien was working towards rewriting The Hobbit
I doubt it.
as like a bigger story.
I doubt it.
Again, I'm skeptical.
I highly doubt it. That whole series, with The Hobbit included, came wrapped with a little bow. It was done.
Okay.
I doubt it. It's
All right.
all about the money.
All right.
They
then,
just stretched that little book
Money!
out into 3 movies.
Yep. Because like they saw Harry Potter and they were just like, part 1, part 2, huh? What if we did part 1, part 2, and part 3?
Yeah.
A new trilogy. Because there's so many times where that movie is just like, hey, it's the reunion.
Yeah.
It's the Lord of the Rings reunion.
Well, I feel like because that's what they would do, or they would, since it had such a large budget. Sorry, starting to get passionate. Since it had such a large budget, they'll probably like take their time in certain areas that are like just part of that budget
Gotcha.
to like really show off the CG.
Because like
and
I
stuff.
feel like as much as I enjoyed a lot of the performances in The Hobbit and even some scenes, I would have vastly preferred if they like made like a kids movie.
Yeah, because it is a kid's book.
Yeah, it's a children's book. So like if they just like condensed and did it as like a 2.5 hour like one movie,
Yeah.
kids movie, I think that would have been great. They didn't do that. So like you're struggling with like, well, this was a good scene, this wasn't necessary. This
Yeah.
was neat, I kind of didn't like that. So like I'm very conflicted.
Well, because they
Like
did the
Martin
same.
Freeman as Bilbo is brilliant casting.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Well, like they did the same thing with the Deathly Hallows Part 1, Part 2. Like they put in a lot of shit you didn't need, especially like in the Battle of Hogwarts. Like, just
Did you
come
hear
on.
that Daniel Radcliffe has stated that he has no interest in being in Cursed Child if it ever becomes a film?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's okay, it wasn't that good of a story.
Well, it was like, because it was written as a play.
Yeah,
Like, why would you? Are you cold, buddy?
maybe.
He's stomping at the heater
Little guys.
like he does with his food bowl.
Hey, remember this guy? We're gonna fight him again. Because why not? Do you remember him? Do ya? Do ya? Big old plant?
That
Grapplevine.
Grapplevine.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Grapplevine?
Grapplevine. So yeah, we're gonna take him on again. But yeah, Daniel Radcliffe's like, I'm good.
Well, I think all of them are pretty much like, nah.
I mean, if the money pays, you can get anyone on board. But for this one, they're just kind of like. But my counter argument is like, sure, people would like to see Harry, Ron, and Hermione back together again. But we also wanted to see Luke, Han, and Leia back together again. And we
look
never
what
got
happened,
that.
Yeah.
Even though you had the perfect opportunity, you had all 3 actors, and you never had a single shot
Yeah.
of the 3 together.
Well, like,
Missed opportunity.
because
man.
that's the thing. Like, Emma Watson wanted to quit Harry Potter when she was like 15. You know, after the 3rd movie, she was ready to be done. But, you know, she did
Really?
end
That
up
was her
sta-
best performance.
Yeah. Well, like, she still gave it her all in all of the movies, but, like,
Yeah, but-
she couldn't deal with the
She peaks at
fame.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
I can get that.
So, like, she couldn't deal with the fame. What is he doing?
I don't know. He's being a brat.
Buddy, that door is open.
Yeah. He wants something.
He does want something.
We'll have to check his bowls. See what's going on
He's
there.
like stomping around the room, scratching at the door. He just woke up.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't like waking him up, because he becomes a complete, utter brat. He's just like, love me, praise me.
He really is.
He went out twice today. And like, we've only been up for 2 hours.
Oh yeah, it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning.
So like, he's being a brat. And like, I don't know about webcams for like the streams, but like, you should see this dog, how he acts during our recording sessions. Just,
It is funny.
he's a toddler.
He is a toddler. So like, so for example, like right now, he was sleeping next to me, And like the way our setup is, we have a floor vent, a heater vent, that's right to the left of me. And
Yep.
he sleeps in the space between me and the heater vent. So like he got up and he's stomping on the heater. And he normally will stomp on things that he wants. So like he'll stomp on his food bowl.
Yep.
Or he'll stomp near the water bowl, like if he wants more food and water.
That is correct.
So like I'm like, okay, is he cold? But the door to our office is open. So the door is up against the wall. And he walks over to the open door and he's scratching at the open door. Like he wants to go through, like he wants out.
Yeah.
But the door's open. There's nothing behind there for you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't even think there's a cat sneaking behind there.
He just reached for it and didn't get it. Oh my god, when he smacked his face off the oven,
Yeah, you...
I almost died. That was so funny.
Because he was eating, and then he lifted his head and...
Just beat his face right off the side of the oven.
You're just like, Pops,
Toodles.
what is with you?
I don't know if he thinks the door is closed and he wants out.
He's really dumb then.
I mean, I don't know if he's dumber because he has cataracts, or if he just.
Just shaking my head in shame.
Just turn your body, buddy.
That's my boy. Those are my jeans.
There, see, look, the door's open. Oh,
I want Milo to be at the top of the steps like, hey, you doing okay?
I know.
You doing okay there, champ?
Maybe you just like stupid things. Because I have those moments.
Maybe. Alright, so we got the Grapplevine. Took him down. Again, most of these boss revisits, they're not that tricky. They're souped up, but the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Except for Zenova. He could still kick your ass.
Yeah. Good luck.
Alrighty, folks. So that's another level. I think we have one more boss to refight, and then we can finally open the main gate to the Mirage Palace.
Okay.
So yeah, a couple recycled ideas, which is very common for final areas. Kind of like repetition, but
I feel
also
like
to
it's
like
stretching
fill
it out.
Yeah, it stretches it out.
Stretching it out, but also like it shows how much you've grown, which I think is kind of cheap.
Yeah.
It is nice, but it is kind of like,
There's few games that do it right, but I also think it's just like, oh fuck, we got to release this game in 2 months.
yeah.
Let's think of something. Just start throwing assets together.
Yeah. Like,
There
let's
we
just
go.
copy paste, copy
Copy
paste,
paste,
copy
yep.
paste.
All right, folks. We'll see you guys in the next part.
Toodles. All right, check that pupper's bold.
Yeah.
Oh, Wesker.